Welcome back, everybody, to the Cleveland Cavaliers MyNBA series here on NBA2K21. I apologize that this upload is going up later than normal. My editing software was just being kind of annoying today, so that's why it's going up a little bit later. Last episode, we played 2 games. We beat the Timberwolves on Christmas, and then we beat the Pacers on New Year's Eve. 2 big wins against 2 pretty solid teams, and then we simulated to this Milwaukee game. Now, all of my simming after the Indiana game actually didn't save, so I had to redo it. We originally were 14-8, I think. Now we are 15-7, so we actually went up by a game, which is not too shabby. We are currently second in the East, only behind the Milwaukee Bucks. Our Central Division is being heavily represented at the top with all of the top 4 seeds in the East, and the Pistons, who are in last place of our division, are currently 6th in the Eastern Conference. So it seems like our division is doing pretty well this year. Not that divisions really matter in the NBA, but I suppose that's fun. Here are the Western Conference standings, by the way. The defending champion San Antonio Spurs are 16-5 in first place. I mean, Greg Popovich has truly become the greatest head coach of all time. If you can win an NBA Finals with John Collins as your top scoring option, you're doing something right. We're going to be playing the Spurs as well later in this episode, along with the Milwaukee game. Here's a look at the numbers. 22 games into the season, not too shabby. Obviously, Kevin Porter Jr. did break his leg, which is pretty unfortunate. He's going to miss around a month and a half, maybe 2 more months, which is certainly significant. He's one of our key bench players. Probably will not return until sometime in March, which does really suck. So we're going to play this Milwaukee game. We're going to get through probably up to the first half of February. So let's get right into this one in Milwaukee. The top 2 seeds currently in the Eastern Conference. We're only about a quarter of the way through the season, but I suppose it is worth noting that these have been the 2 best teams so far in the East. Regular starters for the Cavs, it'll be Shepherd, Sexton, Garrett, Turner, and Diath-Antetokounmpo. I don't think the Cavs have had another combination of starters this year. I could be wrong about that, but I think they've had the same 22 guys. For the Bucks, obviously, they are led by that man, Giannis Antetokounmpo. They also are joined by Jakob Pokovic at the center spot. TJ McConnell at point. He gets the and one to start things off. Shepherd called with the foul. Dante DiVincenzo is at the 2 for the Bucks, and Chris Middleton is at the small forward. Here's Miles Turner pulling up from deep. Good to see him make a play. Turner has not been great offensively this year. He wasn't signed for his offense, though. He was signed more so for his defense, and he has played well on that side of the floor this year. Nice 3-ball for Chris Middleton, tying the game up at 8, the former Detroit Piston. Yes, I love to remind myself of all the bad moves the Pistons have made this decade because it's quite a long list. Big Fafa with the layup. 12-10 now. It's Jakob Pokovic, the former second-rounder, getting it to Giannis from Curry range, and it's good. Antetokounmpo showing off that 3-point jumper. Jason Higgins-Wycraft hands it off for Reddish. Look at that move by Killer Cam Reddish. The inside for the slam. Not a great start for the Cavs, though. They're down 14-17. Pretty low-scoring first quarter. Now our offense has gotten off to a hot start. What a shot by Reddish, fading down to the ground. Cam Reddish has gotten off to a hot start. He has 7 so far tonight. Nice move by Rondae Hollis-Jefferson to put Milwaukee right back on top. Now it's once again tied at 19 apiece. That's too easy for Giannis. But flat-footed Okapiadiyo had no chance to stop him there. 21-19, Jason Higgins-Wycraft nearly loses it. Gets it back over to Mamadou Etienne for 3. Cleveland now up by 1. Here is Tyrell Terry inside. Tough layup with solid defense from multiple Cavs defenders, but it does fall. 22-23. Jason Higgins-Wycraft going to hold on to it. It looks like the rookie will get the last shot at the buzzer. Not quite. That'll do it for quarter number 1. A lot of defense so far. 22-23. Milwaukee up. The offenses did play a little bit better down the stretch, I will say that. Sexton, short pass for Garrett, no good, but Sexton grabs his own rebound, gets the putback, putting the Cavs right back on top. Colin Sexton, not the guy you'd expect to be getting putbacks like that. Hopkins gets it to Garrett, and it bounces out, but Diath-Antetokounmpo gets the rebound and the putback. A pair of offensive boards leading to buckets here in the first minute of the second quarter for Cleveland. Look at that lob to RHJ Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. 28-27 now as O'Davious Shepherd. He's going to softly pass it for Zion Hopkins III for 3. Zion getting some playing time with Kevin Porter Jr. obviously out. Hopkins is not a good three-point shooter. That's a big weakness in his game, but he does make it there. Shepherd, no good. Another putback vote for the Cavs, this time by Garrett. And it's been all Cleveland on the glass so far. Milwaukee is no answer. Here comes Shepherd inside. He is blocked, but guess who's there? Big Fafa, who gets the rebound and puts it back. Milwaukee is really struggling down low. Look at that block by Diafafafobo. Cleveland on the other end. Cedric Garrett with it. His layup is no good, but again, grabs his own rebound and puts it back. This has been a very common theme today. Milwaukee just cannot grab a rebound to save their lives right now. That's why the Cavs are up by 6. However, TJ McConnell cuts the lead in half from beyond the arc. Now it's 39-34. Giannis guarded by Adio. That's a mismatch and a poster on. It looked like Ania. What a move by Giannis. 41-38. Antetokounmpo again inside for the Mammoth Slam. We're all the way in 2023 now, but the Greek Freak is still quite freaky. Giannis from the top of the key again. Just too easy for him. Putting the Cavs defense in a clinic right now. Milwaukee right back up, but not for long. Shepherd drills it from 3. Another slow first half for Shepherd. He usually doesn't play all that well in the first half. Once we reach the second half, specifically the fourth quarter, that's when he plays his best basketball. Bucks right back on top, though. Tyrell Terry makes the 3, 44-45. Shepherd going to try to immediately re-give Cleveland the lead right back. He does just that, drilling the tray balls. It's now 47-45. Here comes Giannis again. Inside, he caught a body! And he does the Allen Iverson step over on Miles Turner. Look at that dunk again. The NBA career of Miles Turner might have just ended there, or at least any sort of dignity he had has completely been washed down the drain. Higgins-Wycraft misses the 3 at the buzzer. 47-47 tie game. Giannis with 17 points. Giannis did not start the game off all that well, but the final minutes of the first half, he just went full-on freak mode. And, well, he essentially murdered Miles Turner. The poor guy has a family. Let's go to the second half, and 1 on the first possession for Dante DiVincenzo. Sexton called for the foul. DiVincenzo would miss the 3 throw, so it's still a 2-point game. Cavs quickly tie it. It's Garrett inside for the slam. 49-52, Milwaukee now up. Colin Sexton with it. He's going to pull up from deep, and it will rim in. Cavs tie it at 52, now knotted up at 54. A back-and-forth start to the third quarter. Can Cleveland get the lead back? Shepherd has trouble. Gets it to Miles Turner with the slam. He did not poster Giannis, unfortunately. It would have been nice to see him get revenge. But it's good to see that Miles Turner is still trying, and his dignity has not completely been washed down the drain. Shepherd misses, but yet another putback for the Cavs. That's Big Fafa once again. 58-56. Zion Hopkins trying to drive inside. He gets it to Miles Turner. Turner from deep. It's good. Nice shot from Miles Turner, who's had one of his better offensive games of the season. Look at that drive by Sexton. He gets the and 1. Giannis called for the foul, and it seems like things are really going Cleveland's way right now here in the third quarter. 64-58. That one stolen by Colin Sexton. Cleveland on the fast break. Gets it to Cedric Garrett for 3. He knocks it down, and the Cavs now lead by 9. Here comes Trey Burke. He is denied at the rim. What a block. That was Garrett. Cleveland can make it a double-digit game. Zion Hopkins, the 3rd, makes the layup. The Cavs all of a sudden now lead by 15. What has happened here in the third quarter? But Giannis is going to try to make things a little bit closer. He gets a sick dunk. Cavs again with a steal. They've played phenomenal defense here in the quarter. They've played great offense too. And Ania makes the 3. 78-65 with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. The Bucks could really use a bucket. They do get one there from Tyrell Terry. 78-68. Cleveland gets the final shot. Jason Higgins-Wycraft kind of heaves it up at the buzzer. It's no good. But a great third quarter for the Cavs. They now lead it by 10. 78-68 with 1 to go. It was a rough third quarter for Milwaukee. We'll see if they can rebound in the fourth. As a copy of Dio, a step back from deep, no good, but yet another offensive rebound for the Cavs, and they get the putback. You want to know what else is crazy? Milwaukee has 0 offensive rebounds today, and they've struggled on the defensive glass. Cleveland's winning this game because of their rebounding. There's no other reason. Nice dunk there by Middleton. It's still a doable game for Milwaukee. They're only down by 8, but they're getting dominated inside by the Cavs. Big Fafa and Miles Turner have both done a great job. Nice 3 from Colin Sexton. The Cavs are shooting the ball from deep better in the second half. A jump ball between Polkovic and Garrett will go to Milwaukee. So the Bucks have it on the fast break. Nice play for TJ McConnell. Milwaukee's only down by 9. They're still not out of this game. As long as they can make some sort of impact the final 4 minutes in the glass, they should possibly be able to make a comeback. There is a nice slam for Dante DiVincenzo, the former Final Four MVP. 85-78. Look at that move by Odavius Shepherd. He is 15-7. I think he only had like 10-1 in the first half. He's done a great job of passing the rock here in the second half. Chris Middleton, a deep 3, cutting the lead down to 7. Now it's only a 5-point game. I told you this one wasn't over. Dante's lob for Giannis is no good, but the Bucks get their first offensive rebound of the game, and Giannis gets the slam. That's a weak first offensive rebound. McConnell was just at the right place at the right time, but it still counts. Big dunk from Garrett, making it a 2-score game once again. 92-85. The Bucks could use a bucket here, and, well, they get it pretty easily. Giannis drives inside with no problem for the slam. 90-87. Here's Shepherd now. He gets the layup and the foul. Dante DiVincenzo called for the foul. 6-point lead now for Cleveland. Giannis again. Spin move. That's just too easy for the Greek freak. Antetokounmpo with the slam. 93-89. Here comes Odavius Shepherd. Drives to the left side. He gets the dunk. And right now, this game is just Giannis and Shepherd driving to the basket. That's literally all the past minute has been. But why not have some more? Giannis with like his 12 billionth dunk of the game. 95-91. Bucks on the ensuing possession. Gonna make it a 1-score game. This time, Giannis doesn't drive with the ball, but instead he catches the lob. 95-93. Here comes Shepherd again, just too easy for Odavius Shepherd, the O'Day High School alum. 97-93. Will Giannis do it again? He's actually going to pull up for 3, and it's no good. A big miss there, and the Bucks have to start playing the foul game. Cedric Garrett would make both from the line as it's now 99-93. DiVincenzo, pump fake, no good. Nice defense by Garrett. Big Fafa grabs the board, and that's pretty much the writing on the wall for this game. 101-93, as it'll be Amos Clearwater who dribbles the clock out, and that'll do it. A tough, hard-fought victory here for the Cavs. It was an ugly game at times, but you know what? A win's a win, and this puts Cleveland now in first place of the Eastern Conference. Obviously, the big story of this game was for rebounding down low. That was one of this team's issues last season. So far this year, I mean, it's been improved, but I was not expecting a game like this where we absolutely dominated the offensive glass. The Bucks had one offensive rebound of the whole game, and remember, that was that one late in the game where it rolled right over to TJ McConnell. We dominated on the offensive and defensive glass today, and that's why we won this game. We weren't better on offense than them. It was pretty much equal, but we just did a phenomenal job of rebounding. 14 boards total for Yusuf Diafafa-Phobos, 6 of which came on the offensive end. He had 11 points on 5 field goals. I imagine at least 4 of those were off of putbacks alone. We had 12 total offensive rebounds and just were phenomenal on the glass today. So we're going to simulate these next 2. I wanted to get a crack at the defending champion Spurs. So we're going to simulate these next 2 against the Lakers and Heat. See how we end up doing, and, well, we did pretty solid. We ended up winning both games. We were actually proposed with an interesting trade offer. We could trade Colin Sexton for Darius Garland. Kind of found that funny, but we're obviously not going to do that. Garland is now on the Hawks now, by the way. They have Trae Young and Tyrese Halliburton, so I don't really know how that works. I guess I see why they want to trade Garland. So the Spurs roster from last year is really not that much different. They're still led by John Collins, Wendell Carter, Jamal Murray, Cameron Bowman. They've added Kyle Lowry and Luguentz Dort, and that's about it. Other than that, they lost Victor Oladipo as well. But for the most part, it's pretty much the same team they had last year, and they're still really good. This is one of the worst rosters in the NBA. I don't know how they're this talented, but, I mean, basketball can be a weird sport. Shepherd having a nice little chat here with DeMar DeRozan. Both of them rocking some fancy suits as we get this one underway. A battle of 18-7. That is the record for both San Antonio and Cleveland this season. The Spurs rocking with their orange alternate jerseys. You know, never thought I'd see the day where the Spurs rock some bright colors on their jerseys. Maybe when Popovich is gone, they will. But not in this scenario. Here's a look at Odavius Shepherd's numbers, averaging 25, 6.5, and 6. A legitimate MVP candidate this season. Same lineup once again here for Cleveland. For the Spurs, it'll be DeJounte Murray, Luguentz Dort, Mario Hezonja, John Collins, and Wendell Carter Jr. Here's Colin Sexton with it. Not great defense from DeJounte Murray. Sexton has a lot of space. He will make the three. DeJounte Murray is one of the best defensive players in the NBA. I'm surprised to see poor defensive effort on that possession. Here is Luguentz Dort, the man, the myth, the legend himself. He pulls up from three and drills it. You think an NBA champion can get that much better in an offseason, but they add Luguentz Dort. I see why this team is 18-7. Colin Sexton on the next possession drills a three. Not a lot of offense so far. We're 2.5 minutes in, only 3 combined buckets, 2 of which have been by Sexton. Sexton that time misses the three, but look who it is with the putback, Yusuf Diafafobo. I don't think we'll see the same amount of offensive rebounds in the last game, but it's good to see Diafafobo with another play. There's a nice three ball in the corner for Cameron Bowman, the former Memphis Tiger. 15-21. Reddish no good, but Okapi Adioye gets the rebound and the putback over Mo Wagner. 15-23. Lowry with it. Lowry trying to show off that dump truck. If you know, you know. There's Keaton Reddish, no good, grabs his own rebound in the putback. No relations to Cam Reddish, by the way. They just both happen to have the same name. Look at the fadeaway there by Kyle Lowry, the former NBA champion in Toronto, bringing some veteran leadership to San Antonio, but not a great first quarter for the Spurs. Cleveland currently up by 10. It's 29-19. Slow offensive start for both sides. The Spurs haven't really picked it up, but the Cavs have. On to the second quarter. Colin Sexton again from deep. He has a trio of triples so far, leading the Cavs with 9. Bowman, no good on the mid-ranger, but Wendell Carter Jr. gets the rebound, the putback, and the foul. Adioye called for the foul. 23-36 now. Wendell Carter did miss the free throw. As there's Hezonja with the floater. No good, but he gets his own board and puts it back. Seems like the Spurs are actually going to try down low, unlike Milwaukee in the last game. So that might prove to be difficult for Cleveland. There is another three ball for Colin Sexton. He is hot so far today. Spurs have had a lot of trouble guarding him. DeJounte Murray with a clean room to go inside. Gets the slam. 29-42 now. Cleveland on top as Dort gets it to John Collins, who drills for three, his first basket of the game. Collins averaging 22 per game this season. As on the fast break, it's Sexton from deep. Colin Sexton with 19. Now here in the first half, Cleveland up by 11. Can Sexton do it again? The drive and the poster. Nobody can stop Colin Sexton right now. 21 points. He is a machine. Diafafobo no good. Grabs the rebound over Wagner and puts it back. 6 points, 7 boards in the first half for Diafafobo. He's on pace for another double-double. Lowry loses it. It's blocked by Jason Higgins-Whitecraft, the rookie out of Virginia. Reddish inside for the floater. Cleveland up by 14. Colin Sexton going to go for one last bucket. Nailed it. 26 points in the first half for Colin Sexton. He is a man on a mission right now, and Cleveland leads it by a comfortable 17 points, 58-41 your score. Outside of Sexton, the next highest point total for any individual player is 7. One of the second half, Miles Turner sends that one to the moon. What a block by Turner on the opening possession. That'll certainly set the tone. Following San Antonio possession, they're going to try to get on the scoreboard as Hezonja gets that one over the hands of Turner and Garrett for the floater. 43-58. Spurs trying to make an early comeback here in the third quarter as Luguentz Dort drills the three. Nice bucket for Dort. 48-62 now. Dort again. This time he loses it. Shepherd with the steal. He's going to take it all by himself. What a slam for Shepherd. He now has 11. 4 of which have come so far in the third quarter. Here comes Zion Hopkins. The third now has trouble with it. He gets it over to Mamadou. And Echenia, the second-year pro out of Nigeria, drilling the three. That one stolen by Mamadou. Cleveland with excellent ball movement. That's what she said. leading to an Okapiadile dunk. 50-69, nice, as here is Hezonja getting it to a wide-open Lou Dort in the corner for 3, bringing the lead back down to 16. DeJounte Murray with it at the top of the key, drives past Shepherd with the tough finish. Nice slam for DeJounte Murray. 55-71 now. Here comes Cedric Garrett inside for the dunk. That's Garrett's first bucket of the entire game, by the way. He was left scoreless in the first half and throughout most of the third quarter. Look at that move by Bowman. He gets Zion Hopkins to go leaning. Nice layup for Cameron Bowman. As here is Reddish inside, guarded by Garrett. And I don't know what kind of defense that was. And then Keaton Reddish goes for the circus-style layup, and it goes in. 64-77. Cavs going to try for the last-second bucket as Cedric Garrett fadeaway 3. No good. That'll do it for the third quarter. A 13-point lead here for the Cavs. So the Spurs widen the gap a little bit, but not by much. On to the fourth quarter. Look at that drive and finish for Shepherd. He now has 17, 10 in the second half. Only 1 assist today, though. That's not a lot for him. Here comes Cameron Bowman now trying to drive past Mamadou. Tough layup, and it falls for Bowman. Big Fafa driving inside. Count it. And 1 to the third-year pro out of Senegal. Wendell Carter Jr. called for the foul. Big Fafa would miss the free throw. A lot of missed free throws off of and ones today, and it remains a 13-point game. Miles Turner pulls up from deep. A nice shot for Cleveland. 74-88 now. Here comes Shepherd with the drive and the finish. The Spurs with no answer for him on that possession. Big second half for Shepherd. Colin Sexton's been quiet, though. He only has 2 points since the halftime break after 26 in the first half. Nice 3 in the corner for the Spurs. That was Mario Hezonja, Super Mario. 79-90 now. Carter guarded by Shepherd inside. That's a mismatch. Wendell Carter had the ramen noodle on him. I'm surprised he didn't post up even more. Murray with a nice layup. Spurs again only down by 9. Now it's an 11-point game once more. Not looking good for the Spurs. It might be too little too late, but they have had a strong second half. Big 3 for Shepherd. 85-99 with a minute and a half to go. The Spurs need pretty much a miracle as there's Lou Dort for 3. 88-99. Cleveland trying to add some icing on the cake. Shepherd makes the layup. It's a 13-point game. As the clock would dribble out, Kyle Lowry will run it out himself. 106-90, a nice win here for Cleveland as they get a big statement win over not only the number 1 team in the Western Conference, but the defending NBA champions. Cleveland will move to 19-7. The Spurs go down to 18-8. So we go 2-0 in the 2 played games today, which is always very nice to see. 30 points for Sexton, 26 of which came in the first half. Shepherd with 26. He had 19 in the second half. Garrett with 11, 8 and 10 for Big Fafa. We did a good job in the glass, not as well as the Milwaukee game, but that game was kind of an outlier. DeJounte Murray with a quiet 20 points, 18 for Dort, 16 for Bowman. John Collins had only 3. He went 1 for 8 from the field, but 1 for 1 from 3. So that means from 2, he went 0 for 7. We're going to simulate our next 9 games, go to February 17th against Portland. See how we do here, see if we can add some more wins to the win column. Actually, this is 10 games, excuse me. I can't count. We ended up doing pretty good. We go 8-2 in this span. Most of our wins are by double digits. The only one that was not double digits was against the Raptors. Of all the teams I would expect to beat, I would have assumed it would have been Toronto because, well, they're pretty bad. We're 27-9, as you can see. We have the best record in the NBA through 36 games in the season, so not quite halfway done. That is certainly cool. And by the way, the top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference are all in the Central Division. That blows my mind. We have the number 1 point differential in the league, although the Bulls are only 0.1 behind us. That is still cool to see. Odavius Shepherd is currently 5th in the MVP race, only behind Ja, Zario Papadopoulos, Giannis, and Cassius Calvin. So 4 of the top 5 are in our division. I at least want Shepherd to be higher than Zario Papadopoulos because Zario was picked the selection right after Shepherd. So for a sense of pride, I hope Shepherd finishes higher. That'll conclude today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, have a good one. I'm out. Peace.